And for a look at European investing ideas, we're joined from Zurich by David Costa, Dean at Robert Kennedy College. David, thanks very much for coming to talk to us. So, given all this doom and gloom we're talking about in Europe, all these austerity measures, taxation on banks, things looking pretty gloomy, perhaps we all need to cheer ourselves up. But I know that your idea is to invest money in luxury goods right now, or luxury goods manufacturers. Is that really the right place for money in these austere times?
A very good morning to you, Anna. Yes, among this gloom, we have some piece of good news. A recent report from Merrill Lynch has just highlighted that millionaire investors' wealth rose from 32.8 trillion to 39 trillion last year. So we are very close to the pre-crisis level of 40 trillion. So the richer are getting back to the same level of before the crisis. And in this gloom, there is a sector which is not as gloomy and is typically European, and that's the luxury sector, where the competition is not as strong, and Europe has still a number of brands which are exclusive throughout the world.
You know, David, good morning. This is Chloe, and who is buying those luxury goods? It's the Chinese, but you need to, sort out the winners and the losers. Versace closed down their shop in Tokyo, but you've got good companies that are expanding shop in China, so sort them out for us.
Well, the biggest buyer at the moment, the biggest increase we've seen also in millionaires' wealth is in Asia, obviously. And the increase in sales is mostly in Asia, but also in other parts of the world. So I still think that despite the uncertainty, the millionaires, the high level of target, will keep buying this product, particularly now that their wealth recuperated. And at this level of valuation, there is still a good chance to buy good European companies that, despite all those crises, despite all those problems, will have good profitability in the next 5 to 10 years.
Well, David, it's Yusuf here in the Middle East. I do like your optimism. And it's not just Asia that's buying luxury goods, it's the Middle East as well. The combined wealth increased by 5.1% to total now some $1.5 trillion. Perhaps your thoughts on this part of the world?
Yeah, I think Middle East is another area where increasing luxury goods, demand for increasing luxury goods, especially the high level, is not stopping. We have seen not just on the typical luxury goods, but even luxury cars like Volkswagen just announced that they have to increase their production of the new model of the Audi car because there is more demand. So Middle East is another market where particularly European brands are not easy to be replaceable, and there is no as much margin pressure as in other sectors in Europe. So those brands can keep high margin and luxury profits together with luxury goods.
David, thank you very much. It's such a relief to know in these tough times we still know how to design a good handbag. David, thank you. David Costa from Robert Kennedy College, and that wraps up